तुझसे प्यार किया, मैंने तुझसे प्यार किया, मैंने तुझसे प्यार किया.
Well, a very pleasant good afternoon and welcome to the Ken Rampersaud Show on Island Zone Radio. It's a beautiful day today here, Sunday. And you know what? I heard the weather is going to be bad tomorrow. Nevertheless, today is the first Sunday of the year, my first day back for the year. And I want to welcome all of you who's watching and continue to share the page so that other people could listen to the show. The Ken Rampersaud Show airs every Sunday afternoon, most Sunday afternoon from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Today might be a little short show because we want to talk about some things that really affect so many people. But I just want to take this opportunity to wish all of you a happy new year and hope that the new year bring a lot of good things in your life. And I always want to encourage people to, live the best version of your life, live life to the fullest. Because you know what, since I've been doing that announcement, I did not realize that, Lord, every single day somebody is dying that I know. Um, and so, like I said, we are here today and we gone tomorrow. We never know what tomorrow brings. So, um, do live your life to suit yourself as long as you're not hurting anyone. Live your life. All right. Tara Singh, a very good afternoon to you, my dear. How are you doing? Good to see you on. I see that you are doing a lot of vacation and I'm not sure where you are now. I just came back from, she said, a 3 week vacation. I visited South Korea, Hong Kong, then West, went on a boat cruise to Vietnam, Thailand, Bangkok, and then and in Singapore. Visited lots of historical places and the Buddha temple and Hindu temple. It was a beautiful trip. And this is one of the things that I tell people, is that this life is beautiful, that you should take your time, spend your time like Tara is doing, enjoy yourself, travel, see places. And the truth of the matter is that you don't really have to go to Guyana all the time. You go to different parts of the world, you learn of different culture, see how different people live in, and you will see that life is beautiful. Some of us spend so many time fighting down people, doing bad things. But I want to tell you, and here it is, Tara is telling you she just retired and she's enjoying life. She's living her best life. So good for you, Tara. Anita Ishdaulat Ram is watching from Canada. I wonder what it is like in Canada. It's probably cold. Kamal Singh, a very good afternoon. Thank you very much. She said, I'm in the Bronx now enjoying my retirement. Beautiful. Kamal Singh, thank you very much for watching. We have Brian Singh. Thank you very much for tuning in. I know there's a lot of people online now. A lot of things going on Facebook at this moment. But today we will be talking to the man himself, Dr. Narayan Dutt, out of Canada. As you know, that he is he's a Guyanese, but doing great things in Canada, making a big difference. He's in Kitchener, and so I'm waiting for him to tune in to get on so that we could really get a talk about. One of the things that we want to talk about today is I've noticed, and we all notice, those of us who are on the radio or who on Facebook, we notice that there is so much bacchanal, there is so much fighting going on Facebook, people bashing each other, and this kind of. So we want to talk a little bit. I'm trying to understand what really is going on in this world that we live in. you know, Rather than we spend our time um, fighting people, bashing people. Why don't we get something productive to do in our life? And I don't know how people look at it, but I believe that karma doesn't spare anyone. All of us have karma coming down sometime in our life, um, whether be it tomorrow, next week, a year from now, 10 years from now, it's going to come right back to our door. Karma always know the right address where to go to. So, like I said, today we'll be talking a little bit about some of the things that goes on really goes on Facebook, and which could lead to a lot of problems. While I'm waiting on Mr. Narayan Dat to come on, um, I'm talking for a little bit. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on in the world, and I think that, to be honest with you, when I look at the world today, there is so much negativity that's going on. People shooting each other, people stabbing each other, and I could not believe what happened recently in the subway system, where someone lit an individual on fire, and that person burned, and individual died. So, and I was kind of surprised that she stood there and people didn't really went to help her, so that individual. So I don't know where we are heading in future, because where is our love, where is our empathy, where is um our love, actually, to know, to see someone is suffering, one is burning, fires on them, and we are not trying to save that person. I was like, if I was there standing, I would have probably just, I would, the adrenaline in me would just run into to that person and see, roll them or do something so that we could um, try our very best to see how we could save that individual. But so, well, and another thing that I see that people do a lot is that a lot of times when there is time to help people, what people would do is that they will stand up and take out their camera and videotape what's going on, rather than going there and help people. um you know Help those people. It's mind-blowing for me. And Tara said, Ken, people will not change. They do not like to see their own climbing the ladder, and it's absolutely true. And like I tell people, this world that we are living in, it is not a world that we're going to be here forever. Is that our days are numbered on this earth that we live in, right? So yes, it is so true. The world is just a temporary place, like Jim Reeve have said, that this world is not my home. I'm just a passing through. So the truth is that, what, when we the good thing is that when we believe this kind of thing, that this world is not my home, I'm just a passing through, it puts a different flavor into life, a flavor where you know that you are not going to try and save all the money where you want, because the truth of the matter is you're not going to go. We build big houses, a big mahal, and guess what? When we stop reading, it's a whole different story. So I just want to encourage people to get in the shout box. Let me know what you guys think about life. Um, that we are going to end up leaving this world one day. And I have never went to a funeral, or none of you went to a funeral, to see that people take a lot of things, took anything with them when they're dying or when they're dead. So I want to encourage people to be more meaningful and live your life with a purpose. You could help someone, go right ahead and help them. Um, you know Try not to, you're not alone in this world. If you see someone that's struggling, try your very best to help them as much as you can. um, and the other thing is that I tell people that helping someone doesn't mean that you're going to be very poor. um, it doesn't mean that you are going to be very poor. It's going to cause any problem for you. So, like I said, Narayan that is trying to get on. He looks like he's getting some problem, but we're gonna try our very best to see how we get him on. Um, in the meantime, I will try to see how much I could talk, because we do have time. I'm gonna play another song for you guys. So you guys could listen to a nice song. And like I said, it's a new year. It's new perspective. Plan to live your best life. As I said, you know, this world is a one-shot deal. We are not going to come back again, if you know what I mean. So always be kind to each other. All right, let's play another song. Another of my favorite song. All right.
No, I've never been someone shy. until I seen your eyes. Still I had to try, yeah. Oh yes, let me get my words right and then approach you. Woman, I'll treat you like a man is supposed to. You'll never have to cry, no. I know everyone can relate to when they find a special someone. And she's royal, yeah, so royal. And I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind. No, the way she moves to her own beat, she has the qualities of a queen. She's a queen. Ooh, ooh, what a natural beauty. No need no makeup to be a cutie. She's a queen. She's a queen. And when they ask what a good woman's made of, she's not afraid and ashamed of who she is. She's royal, yeah, so royal. And I need her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind until the night that I seen your rise. Oh, my queen, so supreme. I can see it in her eyes, the way she smiles. Hey, yes, I know the king and queen crown. See, I'm tired, so I never leave your side. Just stick with me through the trial times. Oh, and she says she no mind. Alright, I know good man is hard to find. And she can't about that giant line. That's why she has no ties at this time. Yeah, I know many men are trying, but she needs to be more than wine and dine because she's royal, yeah, so royal, and I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so divine. No. The way she moves to her own beat, she has the qualities of a queen, so supreme. Ooh, ooh, what a natural beauty. No need no makeup to be a cutie. She's a queen, so supreme, yeah. And when they ask what a good woman's made of, she's not afraid and ashamed of who she is. She's royal, yeah, so royal. And I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind. No, no, the way she moves to her own beat, she has the qualities of a queen, my Nubian queen. Ooh, ooh, hey.
Welcome back to the Ken Rampersaud Show. That is getting some problem because we know there are so many changes going on Facebook. So if I don't get him on today, I will definitely bring him on tomorrow. In the meantime, I want to talk to you guys about the norovirus, which I heard it's going around like wildfire. It's the going thing now, especially in Guyana and in this country too. And I want to tell you the norovirus is a group of viruses that causes severe vomiting and diarrhea. It's common illness and it's very contagious. And I want to tell you they say it's contagious, it could spread from a person to a person. If somebody have the virus and you see they're sitting at a workstation, um, the truth of the matter is that you can get the virus too. Um, if you use the same phone that the person is using, you can get the virus too. So I want to encourage people to if you going on the train, it might be a wise thing to wear. You see people coughing, whatever it is, wear your mask. If you're working, clean your workstation. The truth of the matter is that I heard from what I'm hearing is that if you get a norovirus, um, after you finish the sign and symptoms, you can still get it. You can still share it to other people 2 weeks or so, or even longer after you get it's gone from you. So you still have to be very careful. One important thing is that you couple important thing we need to do is to always make sure that you wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water for at least 20 seconds so you can prevent that virus from transmitting. If you're coughing, please get a tissue. You cough in the tissue and you throw it away. Make sure you wash your hands after that. And let's talk a little bit about the sign, the symptoms. And when we talk about symptoms, if what the patient is feeling, you have nausea, you have vomiting, you may get diarrhea. You may also get some form of stomach pain, right? So we are talking about the norovirus, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. In addition, you may also get some headache, fever, or even body ache. And um, even if you don't want to go to the doctor, what you could really do is that if you're not allergic to Tylenol, you can take some Tylenol or Motrin to help with the body ache, or if you get a little fever, you can take Tylenol. So again, the norovirus is very common now. It's a lot of people. That's the thing that's going around. So be very careful. Symptoms will usually appear between 12 after you've been infected, between 12 and 48 hours after you've been exposed to the virus, and sometimes it can last for 3 days, right? So what are some of the things that you can do? How you do get the virus? Like I said earlier, it is very contagious. So if you go to work, clean up the station where you're working. Okay. Um, let's see what we talk. What are the complications of the virus? You peeing less often or having dark color pee, having a dry mouth, feeling weak or dizzy, a headache. Like I said, you're going to be vomiting with headache. And not everybody will experience the same kind of symptoms. Children may have the above symptoms, but along with crying without tears. And that's a sign of that person is dehydrated. And I want to tell people that when you see children are having diarrhea or vomiting, try to take that child to the hospital. Don't take matter in your own hands, because the truth of the matter is, I can remember when I was not a nurse yet, but I had a nephew who died of gastroenteritis. So you could become dehydrated very soon, very fast, and you don't want that to happen to a child. Fussiness, they will not sleeplessness throughout the day. Um, you know, so take that into hand. And let's see how you said drink plenty of liquid, but again, if the person is vomiting, you may not want to give them too much liquid. You take them to the hospital. And one thing I like about the United States, though, if you're dehydrated, you could drink coconut water. You get Pedialyte to buy, so you can even give the children them to sip little by little, and let them make sure you get a lot of rest if it's children. And adult, if you get the norovirus, make sure that you get ample amount of rest and sleep. There is no vaccine available for that, right? um, so the other thing is that how do we really prevent this virus? Some precautions you can take to reduce your risk of getting the norovirus, and that's, well, like I said, you wash your hand vigorously under with soap and water, um, for 20, at least 20 seconds, right? You get all between the fingers, them you with the soap. Um, Wash your food thoroughly before you're eating your fruits, your vegetable, cooking your food thoroughly, especially seafood or shellfish, or to an appropriate temperature for at least 45 minutes, 145 minutes, sorry, at a degree of 62.77 degrees Celsius. Avoid contact with people who have the norovirus infection. Clean and sanitize frequently, touching surface and object, especially if you're at work. Wash your clothes thoroughly, especially if they're soiled. And I know in the past that we were told that if you want to, if you don't have soap and water, you can always use hand sanitizer. But I want to tell you, um, what to do is that make sure you get to the soap and water to wash your hand as soon as possible. With the norovirus, you don't want to play with that. All right. And there's questions where people say, would you be able to get this virus more than one time? um, the answer is yes, you can get it more than once. There are several types of norovirus. Your body may build a small immunity protection from the virus to initial type of the norovirus, but not all types. This means you can get sick with the norovirus multiple times throughout the year. If you do have an immune system to the virus, it may not last forever, though, right? This means there could be a large gap of time between you when you first get the infection. The other thing is that I want to tell people, um, one of the important things that I I am doing now, and I don't know, it's helping. I am taking some vitamin C every day. I'm drinking vitamin C. I'm taking some probiotics. So the thing is, to build me up. And most of you, if you know, I always had a cough. I'm lucky that for the past 3 months, I am not coughing as before, which is, I thank God for that, because I used to spend so much money on things, right? And I want to leave you guys with a key point, um, with couple key points. I'm trying to see if Mr. Narayan that is getting a hard time to get on. Like I said, if he don't get on today, we will try to bring him on tomorrow night on From Our Hearts with Rick and Ken, so we could talk about it. We will have a good, meaningful discussion on about Facebook. Why do people? I mean, I could answer some of these questions, but the truth of the matter is, Narayan, that he is a doctor and a social worker, and he have all the right and correct answer for these things. And so I would not go and touch that subject. But of course, we want to know, why do hurt people hurt people? Why do people try to bash people, right? So I want to tell you a couple key points with the norovirus. It's very contagious. It's very contagious. Let me see. Narayan that is trying to get on. He is getting a hard time. Um, and it's kind of bad when you try to get onto the show, and you can't get on because you make so much preparation to get on the show. You bathe, you shower, you prepare your notes so that you could talk. So I don't know what to tell you, but we'll definitely get him here tomorrow night if possible. So I want to tell you, the norovirus is very contagious. It's spread very easily and very quickly, right? You can get the norovirus from sick people and through contaminated food and water or surface. Another thing, now is not the time really, and even my boys, they like to go to the corner store and buy the food and all these things. And I want to tell you, it is not the right time. It's not a good time to go and shop and buy food at the deli. Cook your own food at home. You are most contagious when you have the symptoms of the norovirus illness or during the first few days after you feel better. Like I said, um, what I want to tell you is that, you have to try your very best not to get it because it's very contagious. And then I hear that people cough all the time. They cough all the time and they can't seem to get the grip of the coughing, right? So how we want to talk, we know about the food. We know it contaminate food if you eat it. A person with the virus touches food with their bare hands. Make sure you wash your hand properly. Food is a place on the counter surface that has poop or vomit particle on it. Tiny drops of vomit from a person with the norovirus spread through the air and lands on the food. food is grown with contaminated water, like oysters or fruits or vegetable, are watered and contaminated water in the field. So you have to be very careful. For now, I would encourage you to use your use bottled water, or boil your water and drink it. So don't try, if you see you with someone who has the virus, stay away from them, or put your mask on, clean the nurse's station, or wherever you work. When you're going to work, you should have a habit, because there is so much cleaning stuff now, that you clean your area, right? If you're taking care of someone who has the virus, make sure that you you wear your mask, you wear your gloves, right? So that's, I think, if you want to, another thing, if you want if you're sick, do not prepare, handle food, or care for others. Wait for at least 2 days, which is like 48 hours after the symptoms stop. This is important if you work in a restaurant, school, daycare, long-term care facility, other places where you may expose people to the virus. So the truth of the matter is that if you have the virus, the best thing for you to do is to stay home. And one of the things that I've observed too is that if you're working with children, or you're working with a population like I do in a hospital or a detox setting, be very careful, because guess what? With so much people there, you never know. Always wash your hand. Wash your hand after you use the toilet, or you change the diaper, before eating, preparing the food, or handling food, before giving yourself or someone their medication. And be aware that hand sanitizer does not work well against the norovirus. So don't think that's going to help you. You can use hand sanitizer in addition to hand washing, like I said, and don't let it be a substitute thing, that you can use this hand sanitizer and touch your face and so on. Okay, so make sure, like I said, clean wherever you have to clean. This, even your clothes, immediately remove when you come home from work. Remove your clothes, wash them, especially if they have poop or if they have vomit on them. Right? Wear rubber or disposable gloves. Handle items carefully. And try, there's a thing that people like to shake hands and do all these things, like give a fist bump to people. Wash the items with detergent and hot water at the maximum available cycle, and wash your hands after with soap and water, like I said. So we want to let you guys know that try your very best you don't get this thing spread, and share it, come home and share it with your family, right? Let's see. We could play another song now, and if he doesn't come on, well, probably I'll come off, and tomorrow I'm going to talk to him and see if we could get him to come on tomorrow night, and we could do the show, right? Let's see if I have another song for you guys. Let's go.
Please listen carefully.
The vocalist is here.
It's a blast from the past.
The Indian anthem is here.
Let the dancing begin.
नज़ारे अपनी मस्तियाँ लुटा लुटा के सो रही सितारे अपनी रोशनी लुटा लुटा के सो गई हर एक शम्मा चल चुकी ना जाने तुम कब आओगे सुहानी रात ढल चुकी ना जाने तुम कब आओगे सुहानी रात ढल चुकी ना जाने तुम कब आओगे तड़प रहे हैं हम यहाँ तड़प रहे हैं हम यहाँ तुम्हारे इंतजार में, तुम्हारे इंतजार में। फिजा का रंग आ चला है मौसम बहार में, फिजा का रंग आ चला है मौसम बहार में, मौसम बहार में। जहाँ की रुख बदल चुकी, ना जाने तुम कब आओगे, सुहानी रात ढल चुकी, ना जाने तुम कब आओगे, सुहानी रात ढल चुकी, ना जाने तुम कब आओगे।
Welcome back to the Ken Rampersaud Show on Island Zone Radio. Um, let's see. Ken, is coconut water good to take? You know what? I'm going to tell you something, Tara. To be very honest with you, coconut water is very good to drink, especially if you're vomiting or you have diarrhea. Coconut water has a lot of nutrients. So you would need, it's a good thing to do. When I had COVID and I was very sick with COVID, I think that I was drinking a lot of coconut water, and the coconut water have really helped me. So I want to encourage you guys, yes, get the coconut water and drink. Drew, a very good evening to you. Thank you very much. I'm listening now from Rotterdam, the Netherlands. Deo Kalicharan, a very good afternoon, and thank you very much for tuning in. I'm so sorry. You know what? With Facebook and with our radio station, there is some changes with Restream, and so I'm so sorry that Dr. Narayan that couldn't get on today. But let's see. We're gonna try work on it. So tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, tune in sharp. We will bring him on. You know, Dr. Narayan that is a social worker out of Canada. He's a very good son of Ghana, very brilliant, educated, and he's the man to talk about. And what we're going to talk about really is about Facebook. There is so much abuse going on Facebook. There is, you know, and with all that's going on, bashing and so on. So he will put things into perspective of what's going on. And he could tell us about the people who is causing the problem, whose fault it is really. What's going through with people who always put down people, who always bashing people. So we'll get him tomorrow night sometime between 8 o'clock, and we'll be on tomorrow 8 to 10 o'clock. So we will talk to him and we'll get things in perspective. Let's see who we have. Yes, Tara, try your very best. Ken, it is so bad, man. Ken, you is a bad man. Thank you very much, Kamal. No, I'm a good boy. Hafiza Khan, a very good evening to you. Thank you very much for tuning in. And yes, so don't forget, guys, you don't want to get sick, all right? Try to be good to yourself. So until tomorrow night, tune in again tomorrow night. We will talk again. Dr. Narayan that couldn't come on, so I'll come off the air. I don't want to play a song all the time. You know, I'm not a DJ, but I'm glad I could have talked to you guys about the norovirus. Be careful. You don't want to get sick. Make sure you take your ginger. And you like now I have my ginger and my fever grass tea that I boil. I keep it in a bottle and I drink them. So I want you guys to at least do the same. Try your very best to build up your immune system. Until then, talk to us tomorrow. And Deo Kalicharan, thank you for tuning in. The first time I'm seeing your name, and tune in tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And so that we could you will get to hear more of us. Brian Singh, a very good evening to you. Thank you so much. And Tara, tune in tomorrow night and take it easy, guys. I know the weather will be bad from tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock here in New York. Until then, have a great night, everyone, and see you guys tomorrow night right here, the same place at 8 p.m. Thank you.